They call them rednecks. This nickname was first used in the 19th century to describe white rural Americans who had settled in the southeastern states stretching from the Atlantic coast to Texas. This vast area has a population of 126 million. It is strongly Republican, and many people here are enthusiastic supporters of presidential candidate Trump.
There's something in the air, hopefully a big change coming in the wokeness and stupid stuff that people are doing right now across all of the major cities.
These conservatives believe that Trump represents their best hope of preserving their evangelical Christian way of life.
Jesus made a weapon. That's why we believe in the Second Amendment, all right?
The Second Amendment protects the American citizens' right to bear arms. For these rednecks, it is fundamental to their constitutional freedom.
It goes down, I've got something to protect myself, my family, and my friends around me.
And once a year, this staunchly conservative area welcomes the craziest redneck festival in the country. We filmed across rural America in search of the famous rednecks. People who love their trucks and every kind of excess.
God bless America! This is like the Super Bowl of redneck events, okay? You don't get no better than this. Titties and beer.
America's economic success has passed them by, and millions of them are struggling. In Kentucky, the opioid crisis is wreaking havoc.
I can guarantee you that there's an overdose happening right now as we speak. Yeah. Somebody's dying right now because of this disease.
Against the backdrop of these shattered lives, a patriotic new genre of music is becoming popular among rural white young people: country rap. We meet white Americans who are proud of their roots, who reject progressivism, and who want to defend their traditions. Who are they really? This is a deep dive into the heart of redneck country in the USA. In the heart of the United States, in the state of Tennessee, the town of Pigeon Forge has become a tourist attraction for rural Americans. Millions of predominantly white pro-Republican visitors visit the town, which has been dubbed the Las Vegas for rednecks. The most popular souvenir shops here are Trump-themed and are entirely devoted to the cult of the former president. Cody and Mindy, both 54 years old, run this memorabilia store.
All right, let's check these out. I got a 2X, small.
We need to put them in order.
I know, that's what I'm doing. We are gearing up for a big election year, so we are trying to get more and more shirts in, more sizes in.
We need a bigger building.
We need a bigger building.
Very well.
They are expecting this year's presidential election to double their turnover.
I like the green.
This is the most important election of any time and probably will always be the most important election. I'd rather be an American than a Democrat. No, very simple. Perfect. I wanted to get.
Cody used to be an IT professional, but now he spends his days printing T-shirts. This couple are originally from Arizona, but 2 years ago they left their families and their jobs behind to devote themselves to their idol.
I actually could care less what people think about Donald Trump. I don't care. I know in my heart what I believe. I know my truth. They're listening to the wrong information. They're brainwashed, and I will support Donald Trump till the day I die.
Their top-selling items include these Trump 2024 flags, as well as these onesies for newborn babies.
It was my favorite when I saw it.
Yeah, because I'm a patriot, and we need a patriot in the office. That's why. We're hoping that it'll be born on Trump's birthday.
Hey,
yeah,
that'd be cool.
$16 for a Trump onesie. But no price is too high to support their hero. They believe that Trump is the only hope for the future of America.
Like, what can you do, like, to prevent it from happening again? That's the thing.
I don't know.
That's so scary.
I think there'll be a civil war if it happens again. That's what I think. I don't think people will sit back and...
Yeah, we just pray that there'll be some change.
Yes.
And we got to save this country. It's the bottom line. We got to save it. If we keep going this way, we're gonna be at war for sure. Whether it's civil or World War III, it's gonna happen.
They combine the dread of imminent disaster with a fierce hatred of the Democrats. Trump will be relying on his most faithful supporters, the millions of ultra-conservative white people ready to do anything to safeguard a certain vision of America. A short distance away in eastern Tennessee, far from the hustle and bustle of the big American cities, 23-year-old Ian has lived all his life in the small town of Elizabethton. He has lived in this house for the past 2 years, paying $700 a month in rent. His home has all the essentials for a redneck: a barbecue, a barn full of DIY tools, and a yard big enough to park his pickups next to his American flag.
Every American doesn't have to have an American flag in their yard, but I think every American should. Every American should have this flag in their yard.
Like many other local young people, Ian dropped out of education after graduating high school and has done a succession of jobs since then.
Sometimes I get paid to cut grass. You know, if you're known as that guy that cuts grass, that's a trade and a way to make money right there. It can be hard to live here, but for most people, we get in a routine of surviving. Most of the people are just getting by paycheck to paycheck, working, doing the trades they know how to do to feed their family.
But Ian has a dream, and now he has his sights set on fame.
Even though I'm born and raised here in East Tennessee, you know, in the mountains, we can still have big dreams. We can still branch out. We can still do big things, even in our own place, even with our own people. That's just a redneck thing. Any redneck knows that if you stand up for what you believe in, you can get there, you can accomplish it, you can get it done.
Ian is hoping to break into the music industry. Thanks to a new genre of rap music increasingly popular in the southeastern states, his American dream is within reach. A new genre of music which is fast growing in popularity in the USA is country rap. It blends hip-hop with the instruments and sound of the American heartland. It's a long way from the wads of dollar bills and supercars that we're used to seeing in American rap videos. These videos show muddy pickup trucks and unashamed American patriotism.
Trust me, I'm proud to be. We call America. We are America.
They proudly fly the Confederate flag, a controversial symbol in the USA as it is seen as racist and pro-slavery. And they celebrate being able to carry guns. Ian, who uses the rapper name Shocka, is a rising star in the movement.
Everything flies here in East Tennessee. With the blunt in my lip, and the Glock on my hip. I'm the square bow stunner, what it was, what it is.
A proud flag bearer for red state Republican America, his clips have over 1 million views on social media.
Right on the windshield.
He's been planning his rise to fame behind the scenes with his group of friends, kids from Tennessee he's known since primary school.
What up, man?
What up, dog, brother?
What up, man? What up? Let's get upstairs. Yep.
They've got together tonight to work on some new tracks. Shocka's friends are also hoping to break into the country rap scene. And tomorrow, they'll join their friend on stage for their very first show.
And then I'll have a group of people, my other friends, guide me out, walking in front of me where you can't see me, and I'll be covered with an American flag coming through. Yeah, have Kurt Dog in front, and all of a sudden I'll bust out. I'm like, what up, y'all? Everybody go crazy, dude. And shawty, we about to make it 4-wheel drive.
Swear to God, live what I speak. You know how you do it? Is you come on stage with the American flag off, and you go, hey,
Hey guys, you ready?
And you take the shirt off your back, you throw it to the fucking crowd, bro.
You're right. I'm going shirtless tomorrow.
And everything flies here in East Tennessee. Yeah.
Smash on the gas till the dash runs flat and I'll pass y'all.
A sellout concert on a local stage featuring some of country rap's top artists. They can hardly contain their excitement.
We grind all night just so we can make $1. Woo!
Shocka's lyrics describe his everyday life, the dreams of redneck youth, and always his love for his country.
I have the American flag. I'd die for that flag. I'd shed my blood for my flag, and my whole family would. You know, it represents a lot to me with the 50 states and stuff. But I also have the Trump flag. That flag right there is more of an inspirational flag. Like, you know, Big Daddy Trump right there on the tank. It's good to see American people come together and rally up that big, wanting to see a better America, a more traditional America, you know, and protect ways of life. How long is Country Pride? 3:40?
2 minutes and 10 seconds.
You sure? Hey, what do you say we do Down in the Mud next, Cody?
I'm completely about it.
The pressure is rising for this ambitious young artist.
This is going to be a really important day, and this is the first time since we've really been pushing the movement that we've done something locally, and if we mess this up and it don't go well and it gets messed up by something, grind all night.
All night. No, you hungry.
All right, see you tomorrow.
I need that.
We got to get ready for tomorrow, get up, eat a good breakfast, and keep your energy levels at bay because we got a big show tomorrow night.
Shocka and his friends need to get themselves hyped up for the concert tonight, and they have a technique that is all their own. The next morning, we head for the mountain range that surrounds the town, the Appalachians. In the heart of this little paradise of greenery and calm, Shocka enjoys the favorite pastime of every self-respecting redneck, shooting high-powered weapons. In Tennessee, guns are a normal, legal part of everyday life.
I'd rather carry this than an M240. My little ass probably couldn't carry an M240.
Shocka and his friends are completely within the law. They turned this garden into a shooting range.
Right here. I guess let's make sure we got everything. We got to take that on the plane. All right, guys, ears on. Yeah, we'll shoot up here. Ears on, guys. Let's go.
This arsenal would be enough to arm a militia and is worth a small fortune. Some of these guns cost over $4,000. It's a point of pride for these working-class kids.
Wow, that's a big boy. It's not about the fact that we need this many guns. It's about the fact that we're American and it's our God-given right and we are allowed to have this many guns. However many we have, how many we can afford. And God! I want to. Yes, sir. Hey, film this for me, Tyler. God dang, boy!
Got one left in there for you.
It ain't that bad if you let it roll in.
I know normal people, they go out and have fun. They go to the bar, you know, go out, have some dinner or whatnot. Here in South Appalachia with the hillbillies and rednecks, Shocka Hustleman and all that.
Yeah.
We shoot guns for fun. This is what we do. Nazdravi! I like that. That feels really good.
Yeah, bro, it's an AK.
I could do that with one hand.
I know.
These young people see gun ownership as their right under the American Constitution and believe that they need a gun to ensure their safety.
In a crazy world, something goes down, I've got something to protect myself, my family, and my friends around me. That's right. If they want them, they're going to come at me with the same thing, so why don't I have something to protect myself with?
Shootings don't happen here. You don't see mass shootings in our area because if somebody walks in a convenience store and pulls a firearm and tries anything, they're going to get shot down anywhere. Because the community comes together. That's part of the culture and the community behind the firearms.
And just like a militia, Shocka and his crew have a war cry based on the rallying cries of the Confederate troops in the American Civil War.
Check them, check them. Well, nowadays that just stands for the culture in the whole, but back in the Civil War, the rebels, when they were invading, they'd all go,
Shocka hopes that one day he can conquer America with his music rather than taking up arms for his country. But in these counties where young people have little else to do but drive with their pickups in the mud, big dreams are often dashed. In Pigeon Forge this morning, in Cody and Mindy's pro-Trump shop, a new family of supporters has come to do their shopping. The Peters family are staunch Republicans.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's check this out. This is awesome.
Say hi, Trump. Hello, welcome in.
Hey, thank you so much. This place is amazing. Beautiful.
15-year-old Mariah is the youngest in the family and a fervent admirer of Trump. She's still too young for this election and won't be able to vote until 2028.
Just the things he stands for. He doesn't like abortion, and he just wants to keep it America and what America is truly supposed to be, and a free country. So I like this one.
Do you? Oh, you should get it.
Yeah, they have a small set.
So would you wear it?
Mm-hmm.
A lot. It's so cute.
Uh-huh.
It has the right year, too, 2024. Yeah. I love it.
All my friends are also like Trump supporters, and
this unconditional love for Trump comes straight from her father, 49-year-old Ken.
I want to get a selfie with me and Trump. I'll get it.
Oh, you're gonna selfie.
I'm a selfie with me and Trump. Excuse me. I am a huge fan of President Trump. He's a fighter. He's a modern-day Winston Churchill. I love the guy. So hope he gets in November. Come on.
Because Ken Peters is not just any Republican activist. He is first and foremost a man of faith. He is an evangelical pastor and runs his own church. In Tennessee, deep in redneck country, religion is everywhere. Ken lives in Knoxville, the former state capital. There are more than 700 churches here, but Ken Peters' church still stands out with an American flag on the roof. He calls it the Patriot Church.
Save us. That's what Hosanna means. It's come, Jesus, quickly and save us.
This Patriot Church attracts hundreds of faithful worshipers. Every Sunday, with his wife Valencia and two of his children, Mariah on vocals and his son Micah on the piano, he preaches the Word of God. But not just the Word of God, because Ken uses the Bible to support his own political beliefs.
So he walked into the temple. The first thing he did, the Bible says he went and he made a whip, like Jesus made a weapon. That's why we believe in the Second Amendment, all right? Jesus made a weapon, the Bible says, and then he went after the thieves and the money changers and the swamp, and he got them out of his father's house. Why?
His faithful congregation completely approve of this right-wing interpretation of the scripture.
You know, we believe that the Bible says marriage is between a man and a woman. So if there are things that we can go and you know, show our support to I guess a politician who is fighting for those things, then we could do that. Does that make sense?
We're a different kind of a church because we unashamedly say that we are going to involve ourselves in our nation's politics. While I'm on earth, America is my home. And this is where my kids live. We need to care about that. And Antifa is not going to save us. Black Lives Matter isn't going to save us. The Democrats aren't going to save us. So the church is the one that has the answer.
Ken Peters' commitment to Trump went so far that he personally took part in one of the most serious political events of recent years.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
On January 6, 2020, he marched on Washington following the call of incumbent President Trump to contest the election results.
We will stop the steal.
The pastor even stepped up to the rostrum and riled up the crowd.
Culture war. We will rise up in this time, and if we don't hold up the shield of faith.
2,500 people were involved in the assault on the Capitol that day. The images shocked the world. But the pastor is still sure that the election was stolen.
You're telling me he got more votes than Obama? No way. President Obama was a rock star. I don't like President Obama at all. He's the worst ever. Lit the White House up in pride flag colors, made gay marriage okay. But there's no way Biden got a lot more votes than President Obama. Not a chance.
The pastor is openly homophobic and believes in any number of conspiracy theories. The election of Joe Biden was unbearable for him. In 2020, a few months after the election of the Democratic president, he decided to change his life. He left his hometown of Seattle, which was too progressive for his liking, and he moved here to Tennessee with his family to found his church.
Come on, buddy. You want to get some more water? So we got on Google, and we Googled most conservative red states, and Tennessee was top 5.
Like walking over that, this we can walk.
So it's absolutely nuts that we had to move so far away, all the way across the country, to feel like we are living in America. We wanted that old-fashioned America where you go to church on Sunday and we sing the national anthem. We don't wave pride flags, we wave the American flag. And so that's what we found here in Tennessee, the real America.
Every year, more than 2,000 people like Ken Peters flee Democratic states to settle in Tennessee or Kentucky, the new promised lands of Republican rednecks. St. Joe in the north of Texas. This is the heart of rural America, where farms and pastures stretch for miles. Small towns that seem frozen in time, straight out of a Western. But today, in this usually peaceful setting, we find an endless parade of caravans, trucks, and trailers. Because in just a few hours, it's time to get started. It's the biggest redneck festival in the country, called Rednecks and Paychecks. The 10,000 participants have paid $800 per person to enjoy 4 days of Southern festivities. On the campsite, the first festival goers are getting busy. Among them, Gary, a 43-year-old Texan who is maneuvering his $40,000 monster truck.
Get it big or no? You get it? Sometimes it'll roll back, sometimes it won't.
Gary works as a site manager and hardly ever takes holiday, but he never misses this festival.
I ain't get to hug your neck yet. What's up, bro? I know, right? What's up, homie?
Sorry we was late.
Oh, that's all right. Y'all better get y'all's asses out of bed next time. Words can't even describe that. We look forward to being here twice a year, every year. We get all of our friends together. As you'll see, I mean, it's just the amazing family and friends that come together. I wait for this for months to get here. This is my home away from home.
This father of 4 comes here every year to the same spot with his gang of 15 friends. He even met his wife here. Nicole is in the kitchen, preparing a typical Southern dish for them. It's not exactly calorie controlled.
Shredded chicken, a packet of ranch, cream cheese, a stick of butter.
And one jumps, oh, that's good, you can come in.
And then
it don't work for any other dog.
the sauces is what makes it different.
It's only 11 in the morning, but the friends are already drinking beers and every kind of alcohol.
Yes. Little whiskey in the morning.
makes for a good day.
Oh, shit. Well, here's to the first drink of Rednecks.
Hi, I'm Big John. I don't know.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
Lindsay and
Oh, shit. God damn. It's a peppermint whiskey, and it's not good.
But it's good for
That shit burns.
Joe, Gary's longtime sidekick, needs to get things started with the essential Redneck Festival accessory. The Republican Party flag.
Around here, it's pretty open. We can talk about politics here because most everybody's vote for Trump and more Republican. Hope something's coming and something will change.
It's already election season here, and the message is clear. They're united in their support for Trump. But first and foremost, they've come here to drive their trucks in the mud. They head to the other side of the park to watch the mud truck race. These unusual four-wheel drive vehicles, sometimes over 5 meters tall, are not permitted on the roads. This is the Redneck's favorite motor sport, driving through a mud puddle without getting stuck. And at the festival, anyone can be a race driver as long as they have a big car. Gary can't wait to put his new truck through its paces.
But yeah, both of y'all go pull in over there.
Yeah.
I'll go stand over here on the top of the hill, and I'll do this, and just...
Well, we may be fixing to do a little drag race in the mud.
See? I told you it was a good idea.
Another peculiarity is that at this festival, the race is happening on private land, so drivers can race completely drunk without risking their license.
Oh, there we go, PB&J. Peanut butter and jelly. It's like a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
That is way different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can drink and drive. You can two-fist if you can hold on to the steering wheel with other shit. I can't. I had to use one hand for a steering wheel because the other one don't work good as a hand.
No, it doesn't. I've been in the truck with you.
Right.
No, it doesn't.
I got to have at least one hand. Look, bitches. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. It's a one at a time. Just show off and let everybody know how much horsepower we have, see how much noise we can make. And we're going to try not to run over people.
Supporting him from the front row is his biggest fan, Nicole.
He loves it so much. He lives for this twice a year. It is the only time he doesn't have his phone on. It's not on constant work. And people, I love it. If nothing else, for that, I love it.
The trouble is, after a few rounds of drinks, Gary's reactions are a bit slow. Meanwhile, Nick, on the other side of the course, gives the signal. But Gary misses his start, which gives his friend the chance to seize the lead in front of the rest of the group. Trailing behind, Gary steps on the gas, but he finds it difficult to get back in the race. A crushing defeat for this redneck. Next time, he will need to choose between drinking and driving.
I know. I was waiting for him to give you a thumbs up.
Hey, there's no...
That's my own fault.
There's
I
no
fucked
friendship
up.
in drag
No,
race.
I fucked up. That's my nigga right there.
Right there, boys.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
right there, boys.
I lost. Because I'm a bad race car driver. But I had a fucking blast, though. We're going to do it again. You can count on that. That's some good-ass racing. Love you.
But as night falls, the festival gets rowdier. And thousands of rednecks, under the influence after a day of drinking, are ready to cut loose. Gary brings out another of his favorite toys.
You gotta check things out for them so that they're safe when they're out there. Make sure everything's working like it's supposed to.
A pink pickup truck with a pole for dancing in the back so that his wife and her girlfriends can enjoy themselves.
He's gonna back up a little bit.
I gotta get out of the road.
Becca is the youngest of the group, and she'll be driving tonight.
Girls! Hey, let's load up!
The 7 girls dressed up for the occasion take their places on this dance floor on wheels. Sheila, a 43-year-old shop manager, is hoping to be the star of the evening.
Are you girls ready? Yeah! All right, let's go.
They're headed for the Titty Road. After dark, this long main road becomes a redneck cabaret. The tradition here is to offer a beaded necklace to anyone who flashes their breasts. This is Sheila's moment.
He's always killing it, though, every time we're here. See, she's getting me down. Still.
For one night only, this mother of 2 throws caution to the wind. The 40-something lets loose, giving it her all to get as many beads as she can. Becca is responsible for ensuring that the group doesn't have an accident.
I just get scared like I'm gonna run somebody over or something. So that's why I stand like this and I have a foot rest on this side so I can stand and like be able to see on that side to see if I'm gonna hit somebody or like what we're doing.
After an hour of driving, she can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
That'll do it for now. That was stressful. I'm ready to get out and have fun.
Back at the site, the redneck party is in full swing. Everybody has their engines and giant sound systems running at full power. Gary comes over to Becca to check on his pickup.
Work out okay?
Oh my God, yes, but we were stuck over here almost the whole fucking time. And I ended up coming up and around, all the way around.
That's what Amy's for.
Meanwhile, Sheila is returning in triumph.
If you drink something from somebody, it's really hyper right now.
Next time.
This first evening is just a foretaste of what's in store for tomorrow's revelers. The bikini contest will be the highlight of the weekend. But while these relatively well-off white people can afford to let loose at a festival, others in the South are finding life much more difficult. In Somerset, Kentucky, today is Sunday, and it's time for church. In this evangelical Protestant church, we meet Pastor Casey Stout. He looks like a biker and wears his baseball cap turned around backwards.
You come home and you take those old fists, you're talking to a man that's been through addiction. Amen?
Amen.
Listen, I wasn't addicted to drugs, but I was addicted to that liquid courage. Amen? Because Christ chooses seasoned soldiers.
Come on.
Amen? I'm talking about people that's been through the ditches, boy. I've been there.
His congregation are all drug addicts or people who have suffered from addiction in the past. Every Sunday morning, this service is entirely dedicated to helping them and supporting them in their struggle to kick the habit.
He wants people that's been through the fire, that's been through the water, that's been drowning, that's been under depression, that's been under addiction, that's been changed. That's who he chooses today. That's
over 3 hours, the faithful worship and share their feelings to the sound of Christian pop music. Their lives have been ruined by drugs, whether they're addicts or have lost someone close to them, like this distraught man whose son died of an overdose. Among these drug addicts, Chance 39 assists the pastor and shares his story of struggling with an addicted family member.
You know, man, I try to help them, and all I can do is pray for them, put it in God's hands, man. They go into recovery, they leave, but I promise you this, if they leave the likes of this earth, and I'll get up there one day and God's gonna say, you tried. That's right. You tried. And that's all we can do, guys. Come on up, brother.
This father of two has become a pillar of the community, but for 20 years he was addicted to opioids.
So this event's very important for me. Not only does it strengthen those folks, it strengthens me. You know, I see people that come in here that may just be clean a day or two. So that's why it's so important to me to be able to pour into them and let them know that, you know, you can do it too.
Unfortunately, Chance's story is all too common. All the local teenagers follow the same path. First joint at 14, then alcohol, before falling into methamphetamine and opioids. In these redneck states of the South, hit by deindustrialization and poverty, young, unemployed white kids manage their boredom with drugs. The figures are alarming and among the highest in the country. The small state of Kentucky is the fourth most affected by opioid overdoses, with 2,130 in 2022. Chance's story is a miracle. After having been in prison and living on the streets for over a year, he has now found a job and has even been able to buy his own little house. He's been sober for 4 years, but he fights against his old demons every day.
This is not a beer. This is a soda drink. This is made in Kentucky. I had to come to realize that I'm one drink away from losing everything.
To keep himself on track, Chance often looks back at photos of his past life to remind himself how far he has come.
So these are just a few of my mug shots. Unfortunately, I had more. You can just see in my face, I mean, hopeless. On meth real bad right there. This picture right here, so I remember being homeless right there. It don't look real to look at it if that was me. You know, I'm no longer that person. So you know, the last step for me is getting my kids back. You know, that's the last piece in the puzzle, and you know, I know that God's the author of restoration. He is going to do it.
Chance, like many rednecks, finds inspiration in his faith, and now he wants to spread the message. He's been volunteering in this detox center for 2 years. It is always full. The center takes in more than 50 new residents every week.
Man, you sounding good on that guitar.
Love you, Chance.
Love you too, bro. I know this guy.
Nice to meet you.
I know this guy. Pleasure to meet you, brother. Pleasure to meet you. Glad to hear it. All together and going and telling the next
Chance wants to be a role model for struggling drug addicts like these. Proof that redemption is possible, with God's help, of course.
What was the first drug you ever used, Clayton?
Weed.
Me too. All right. What else?
Meth.
Meth? Heroin, fentanyl.
Yeah.
If you knew he would have come to you with that first hit of that joint, knowing what it was all going to lead to, you probably wouldn't have done it.
Oh,
if you knew the path it was going to take you down.
I've never done it.
No.
That actually inspires me a lot, man. Just knowing like where he's come from and the town that he's come from and like to what he's doing now. The fentanyl epidemic in the United States is ungodly. I can guarantee you that there's an overdose happening right now as we speak. Somebody's dying right now because of this disease.
Against the backdrop of the opioid crisis, Chance has high hopes for the 2024 elections. He hopes that Trump will win.
So strengthening our borders, which Trump supports, we've had huge issues and gaps in our border. We've brought so many illegal immigrants in. Who knows what they're bringing with them?
But there is still a long way to go. Poverty continues to hit hard for these downtrodden people. In these counties left behind by the American dream, the poverty rate is 3 times higher than the national average. In Texas at the Redneck and Paychecks Festival camp, it's a tough awakening with hangovers matching the miserable weather outside. Many of the friends had a late night and are struggling to get up this morning.
You're a spoiled sport and go to bed at 9 o'clock.
So you're at least 30.
Gary is already on deck cooking breakfast. The menu is classic redneck cuisine. Omelet, fried onions, biscuits, and of course, bacon.
This is definitely not the healthiest breakfast in the world, but it is delicious, and that's all we care about out here. You guys start out with good breakfast because that way you can drink more later today.
Gary finally has a chance to listen in on last night's gossip. And this morning, all anyone wants to talk about is Sheila.
I said, they told me don't let her go back down there. Shayla goes like, I know. I tried to go and you said, no, go back. You're not going again. They were not. Those guys, though, were, I was literally afraid they were going to they were like, all over you.
In fact, we can hear you 50 yards out screaming all this. And you came back and you're like, hold on. You did this, and you pulled freaking Gary's whip down and threw him over, and Ken's like, that's not even half of them.
Yeah, sitting out here listening to all these guys, I love the stories every day because you don't get to see everything that goes on, but you get to hear the stories of what everybody's doing and what they did all night and all that stuff. It's hilarious.
I'm awake. I'm dragging this morning. I'm dragging this morning. How was last night? A fucking blast. It was a blast.
All right, y'all, breakfast is served. Get your plate.
While Gary and his friends are recovering from the night, 2 other festival goers are raring to go this morning.
Are you ready to go?
Fucking ready.
Let's roll. Let's roll, baby. Come on.
Fuck yeah, we are.
Cassie and Drew from Dallas, Texas have just arrived and are ready to party.
But sometimes you gotta keep some things on the DL, you know.
Yeah, I mean, what happens at Rednecks with Paychecks stays at Rednecks with Paychecks.
Like Vegas.
Exactly. The weather is such shit. There's no girls running around showing their titties because it's cold, it's muddy, it's wet. So people are gonna be excited as fuck tonight to see some titties.
The 2 friends never miss this festival, but this year they haven't just come here to party. Tonight, Cassie, who is a professional club dancer, wants to try her luck at one of the craziest competitions at the festival.
Did you get it?
Boom.
This is actually one day out of the whole year where I really can cut loose and just enjoy myself. So this evening, we also have something coming up. Tonight is the Rednecks with Paychecks bikini contest. Da-da-da. I'm very competitive. Of course, I hope to win.
First place means $5,000. I mean, that's worth it to come out here and, get a little mud on you, get a little rain,
In fact, the prize is $7,500. That's a lot of money for a single mother with a teenage son. Cassie knows that she can count on the unfailing support of Drew, her best friend. A few minutes later, in her caravan,
That's my old stripper name, thank you.
Cassie puts the finishing touches to her makeup.
I feel rushed because we now have 20 minutes and I thought I had 40. But other than that, I feel fucking great. I'm excited. I'm ready to roll. It's gonna be a great night. Tonight we have the $7,500 payout bikini contest. It is about to go
In front of the festival's main stage, 2,000 impatient rednecks are waiting for the festivities to get underway.
You're fucking ready for this. It's now time for the world famous Teazs bikini contest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no disappointment. So put your hands together for the beautiful women of Teazs.
It's only 10 degrees, but the 20 participants in this bikini contest are ready to raise the temperature. Festival goers are keen to get in on the action.
Rednecks like everything on a woman, but they especially like a big booty. Big booty, big tits.
The contestants each get 2 minutes to win the public over with a performance of their choice.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
This sound level meter will decide on the winner.
So the louder the crowd is for the girl that they want to see, it registers on the decibel meter, and that's how I decide. Oh yeah!
They all have their own gimmick. Stars and Stripes bikini, cowboy boots, or MAGA hat, combined with some very steamy choreography.
God bless America! Wow!
Drew is waiting for Cassie's performance, but he doesn't miss a thing. Now it's time for his friend's moment in the spotlight.
Yeah!
All right, y'all lay down over now. Party people, who wants to see Cassie?
She's hoping to get the crowd screaming with her aerial pole dancing routine. She went all out to win.
I hope she's gonna win. Because if she doesn't, she's probably gonna be mad at me.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. Put your hands together for all fucking women tonight and give it up for Sierra!
Sadly for Cassie, the grand prize of $7,500 is won by another contestant.
I had a great fucking time. I did everything I wanted to up there, and I had fun with it. And I still feel like the audience loved me.
But the real winner tonight is Drew.
This is like the Super Bowl of redneck events, okay? You don't get no better than this. Titties and beer. Titties and beer. What up? As a dude, as a redneck, what else could you ask for? Titties and beer, baby. Titties and beer.
On the other side of the festival, things are also hotting up between Gary and his friends.
Fucking Rose. Get ready. This is true love. We're gonna do a good one. This is true love. Gotta get ready. You gotta come down to the level. Hey, quit taking pictures, goddammit.
On this final evening of the festival, love is in the air, as well as alcohol. After 3 days of festival fun, the Rednecks are about to bid farewell until next year.
These are family. These ain't friends. This is family right here. We don't do friends. We do family. Ain't that right? Hey, this is the redneck spirit from hell right here. This is what we live for.
These hypersexualized and disinhibited displays seem paradoxical in this traditionalist religious corner of the United States. But that's also the redneck spirit. While the Texan revelers set off for another night of debauchery, Shocka is getting nervous ahead of his concert. Over 1,500 kilometers away in another southern state, Shocka, the patriotic country rapper from Tennessee, is on the threshold of one of the most important moments of his young career.
What's up, man? How you doing? Bro, I can't believe you're here.
It's his first live gig.
Here, scoot this. Let me scoot this one. I'll put it right there.
After months in the studio and building up his online following, it's finally time for Shocka to perform his music in front of a live audience.
But ain't nothing online, bro. We just get up there and do our thing. I mean, there's not a lot online, but I can't believe we put this together in 3 weeks. It's stressful. It's just a big thing, you know, to be able to do it and stuff. It makes me nervous, but the nervousness is part of the rush. You know, we chase that rush, the adrenaline rush, whether it's mud bogging, shooting guns, you know. Around here, we're adrenaline junkies, and I'm just glad people's coming out here to support. What up, everybody? I appreciate everybody coming. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna turn up. We gotta put on for East Tennessee. It's warm as hell today.
His friend Luce is on first, performing his track, This Is America.
This is America, call it the home of the free, cause thankfully a lot of people still think like me. In America, where our clips they full and you can't take our guns, cause we ain't no fools. This is America, come on! Because we almost out of time.
Definitely the perfect country rap show. This represents East Tennessee more than anything.
Soon it will be the moment of truth for Shocka.
I love you, bro. We got a long set. It's gonna be hard. We got a long set.
Drink this. Great, bro.
He's got one.
Y'all ready for the fastest growing rap artist in country rap?
Let's go, y'all!
We about to make it 4 wheels proud. Swear to God they'll do what I speak. You bad motherfuckers ain't never gave a shit. You bad motherfuckers stay working on whips. I'm the square folks that came down from the sticks with the blunt of my lip and the Glock on my hip. It's the ground for the will to live free, and everything flies here in East Tennessee.
In front of an audience who share his redneck culture, Shocka feels comfortable about expressing his opinions.
Bullshit, man. We need the rednecks and city folks, everybody. We unifying or not, bro.
The country rap lyrics promote patriotism and redneck culture. This new musical genre has won over the people here in Tennessee.
I don't know, it just makes me feel good. It says stuff that I agree with. We're here to protect our family. We believe in the God. We believe that we have our Second Amendment right given to us by birth and that we need to keep it.
He performs for over an hour with the 23-year-old rapper delivering hit after hit without missing a beat.
This music inspire people and have people enjoy what I do and do shows like this and have fun with my people. It is like a redneck dream because, you know, this is what I want to do and I'm grabbing it and I'm just trying to inspire people and stick to my roots and spread the culture and do what I love.
Like many young rednecks, Shocka is dreaming of success, far from the big cosmopolitan cities of the North, while remaining faithful to the rural traditions of white America. This ultra-conservative population has already sided with candidate Trump and will be a powerful ally in his presidential race.